if this offer is too high, we'll be able to negotiate within reason.
What happened to let me get with my...
You got that attention.
What's going on, everybody?
Glad you could join us.
Yeah, glad I could join y'all too. Look like Rocky's out here hustling and Chase is leaning on the jack. Everything looks normal. Mikey's going to lunch.
Yeah, Mikey
Y'all
quit
don't-
on us and went to work for a team that wins races, so.
Mm.
Oh, well.
Well, I'd like to know what team wins races during the off season, and that's something I want to touch on. It is hard to put videos out during off season. We really just kind of slow. What we're doing is kind of boring, and it's just like we just kind of slacking when it comes to videos because we're not racing. So we're putting stuff out of what we're doing and people's complaining, but it's all good in the hood. But this is what we're doing. So last week we were gonna get our motorhome serviced. And you may ask, why don't you do it yourself? Y'all are lazy, y'all are fully capable. Okay, we are fully capable. We've done it. When it comes to, my air conditioning broke. So I had to take mine down to get the air fixed on it. And while they had it down there, I told them to go ahead and service the engine and generator. And on Chase's unit, the exhaust pipe was going off of it, which we was going to fix. We had already fixed it one time before. It needed a oil change and service on the generator on the truck. It needed fuel filters changed. So... are the boys capable of doing it? Absolutely. However, are they capable of doing it? I don't want to sound like I don't trust them, but what's under the hood of this thing, how big all this stuff is, it's a lot different than working on the race cars. These boys, when I say boys, these men, I'm talking about Chase and Mikey and even Rocky, they spot things on that race car because it's repetitive and they're doing the same thing over and over. Chase was just showing me a picture that one of our local racers that, you know, that we're friends with that runs an MB Custom, he sent Chase a picture and he was showing him on something else, and in the picture Chase zoomed in and found a bolt broke on a shock bracket. So, you know, it's an eye. And at first, Chase even showed me the picture. He said, "What do you see here?" And he zoomed in, and I'm like, I don't know. Tell me what we're looking at. I didn't catch it. These boys catch that stuff. That's what they're good at. So my point in telling you this, they don't service these big trucks all the time. This thing's got like 10 or more gallons of oil. You got to grease everything. You got to change filters and prime stuff. I don't even know how to service this thing, but it's not something that we want to get over into, because if they mess something up, it could cost us a lot of money and keep us from being able to travel. So it comes down to, sometimes it's just better to hire the right person to do something like this instead of trying to do it yourself. So all that behind us, last week when I had mine in the shop getting it fixed, Chase took his to the local Loves and got him a young dude down there that told him that his truck was an antique and they didn't even have the parts for it and wasn't interested in working on it, which is kind of funny because I see a lot of these trucks on the road, so somebody's servicing them. Well, anyway, it kind of ticked Chase off, and he come home and parked it, and I called a buddy of mine, that a local guy that owns a trucking company, and he has a group of mechanics at his shop that works on his own fleet, And I asked him, was that something, you know, if you don't, it's fine, but if you could and wanted to work us in and do a service on this thing, we would appreciate it and be willing to pay you for it. So he worked us in. They did an excellent job, full service on the generator, on the engine in the truck, checked over everything, told us what kind of great truck it was. Chase went and picked it up, paid him for it, came home. When he got home, there was nobody else here. I was at the church working on the Night to Shine stuff. Adrian was there. Mikey wasn't here. Rocky wasn't here. Well, Chase came home, and when he turned, he went down this hill a little bit, and it was all dry here. And when he went to back up, the truck wouldn't back up the hill. So he panicked. Before he called me, he rolled it on down the hill and was going to turn and come around because he knew he had pulled up. He said maybe it's just a reverse thing. So he goes down the hill and got it on even more of a hill, and it wouldn't even pull up the hill. So then he had his truck stuck down there and didn't know what to do. And y'all got to understand, we don't know a lot about these trucks. We only know what Eddie showed us for Chase to drive it, and we just stick with that, and that's that. So Chase called me in a panic, said, I don't know if my clutch went out. I don't know what happened. Something's wrong with my truck. And I'm like, man, how did it drive home? Oh, it's perfect. He said, well, they adjusted the air pressure in the tires and it's riding rough, but that's all. It was perfect. It drove, shifted, everything's good. I said, did something pop or grind or no, sir, nothing. So we're troubleshooting. I said, Chase, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about it. Call Eddie. So he calls Eddie Smith. He gave Eddie just a little bit of information, and Eddie said, hey, pull the switch up, flick a switch, whatever. Locks the rear ends in, locks the tires in, see if it'll move. Well, it moved. So Eddie said, well, you could have a broke axle, you could have a stripped out gear, it could be the pinion yoke could be stripped out. There's a lot of things that could have happened, but it's weird because it didn't make a noise. It didn't show no signs of no problem, so who knows? So anyway, he gets the truck parked here. I called a guy, another local business, Chris, with the company that put the transmission in this thing, did us a fine job on this transmission, and that's been excellent. So I call him up. He specializes in drive lines on these trucks. So I call him up and I tell him, he's like, brother, get it to me. Get it to me immediately. We'll get it in and we'll take care of it, whatever it is. And basically like Eddie, it could be this, that. So we get it to him, drop it off. Well, he calls me the next day and he's like, man, he said, listen, we can't find anything wrong with this truck. And he said, but let me start with the airbag dump gate, I think's what they called it. What the rear suspension is on airbags, and the dump valve had been activated, so the truck was down, which this truck, when it's down, it only moves about that far. It's not like my motorhome goes like 4 inches down when the bags are down on it. This thing doesn't move that much. So what we think happened at the shop that we had it at, their roof was low like this right here, and we think that they had dumped the gate where the truck would fit under there without hurting anything. And Chase didn't know any better to turn that valve back on, so he drove it home with the suspension like basically metal to metal on the bump stops. And he drove it home that way. But when he got here, any uneven ground whatsoever, whatever tire does not have traction, that's the one that'll spin unless you lock it in. So that's what happened. There's nothing wrong with the truck. They turned the dump valve on, got the suspension raised up, drove it, no problem. Went and test drove it, checked everything. They still brought it in, jacked it up, went through and checked everything. No problems with the truck. So great news, no charge on that. Told us what kind of great truck it is. It's still dirty from the last big run, which my motorhome is too, but the weather's been either cold or nasty. So hopefully this week we can get them all cleaned up. We are, there's just things like that going on. You know, I'm just telling y'all, maybe rambling, whatever, but I'm just telling y'all what all we got going on. We are going to Milton, Florida this weekend to run Sean Pierce's Longhorn IMCA modified. So we announced that a little while back. We talked about it on Patreon last night, which we talked about all this on Patreon last night. But as I've told y'all in the past, having Patreon and having YouTube, nothing's going to change. Y'all will still know. So I'm filling you in on all the stuff we went over last night. We went in a little more detail, and me, Chase, and Adrian, but I'm telling you the same stuff. The modified belongs to Sean Pierce. It is a Longhorn. Chase has drove this car before, but he drove it at Tri-County in Flomaton, Alabama as a USRA style car. Well, now it's an IMCA car with a smaller engine in it and different tires, and it is IMCA legal, and Chase is going to drive it at several races down around Florida for this big event coming up. Kenny Wallace is going to be down there for some of it, so it's a pretty big deal down in Milton, Florida area, and Flomaton, Alabama, around in that area. So we had people ask, what does Jimmy Mars and MB think about Chase getting in a Longhorn? I mean, you know, we didn't go buy a Longhorn. This is one that somebody owns that they offered Chase a ride in, and, you know, just to keep any rumors from getting started, it's one of the first phone calls Chase made. Hey, Jimmy, got a chance to drive a IMCA modified. Just wanted to let you know before somebody starts a rumor that we're switching or whatever. And he said, Chase, I appreciate you telling me that. You know, didn't owe me that, but out of respect, I appreciate that. Good luck to you. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Keep me updated, whatever. And that's how Jimmy handled it. So the latest on our cars, we've got two of them in the shop. We've got the 21, we've got the 20, what we'll call the 24 in there, and then the 23 that we bought, that we ran all last year with USMTS. It is currently at MB Customs right now, and it got the front end updated, and it has they basically turned it into a UMP style car, and they put a different body, different nose. Like, I'm excited to get it, and that's all thanks to Ted and Shannon with Industrial Dock and Door. Ted basically told Jimmy Mars that he wanted the baddest UMP car that he has ever built, or that he was capable of building, and Jimmy said, you got it. So when we get that dude, it's going to be a bad piece. We're really excited about that. We don't know if it's going to replace the 21 or not. I guess it'll depend. We'll see when we get it. At the same time that we go to pick that car up, we have and the engine that's going to be in that car is a wall-to-wall. It's it's kind of a mixed breed of the old crate engine, pieces from that and pieces from some other stuff, and a lot of new parts, and it's supposed to be a really good engine. Not supposed to be. I watched it pull on a dyno not long ago, and it is a beast, and we call it the Lizard. It's painted green, and it's going to be a bad dude. So we got that engine going in that new car, and that's going to be UMP. And then we also have the late model, the crate late model, and that is, I'm going to say, maybe a 23 model MB Custom. It was one of Jimmy's personal cars, probably one that Dustin Sorensen ran a little bit last year with the World Outlaw Series, and we'll be picking it up at the same time, and that is the nicest motorsport crate late model car that Jason Nicest bought us. And Apex Fab and Equipment has been a big hand in that. Like, he's rounding up a lot of parts and things to put this car together. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Even though we're not doing anything right now, we have a ton of stuff fixing to break loose. And I'm going to say, once we get going, there shouldn't be a problem putting out 3 videos a week. Y'all will probably get tired of seeing us. So enjoy your little break. You'll have plenty to critique here soon, because we got a lot of videoing coming up, and I'm excited about everything going on. So that's the latest right now. I'm going to get in here and get after it. So let's go. let's go see what they got going on. Later.
We're done.
What's happening? So let's talk about something.
I ain't been here. Don't want it. No, sir.
Let's talk about winning.
We can't
What
talk
are you
about
doing? What are you doing? Can't talk about winning in here?
We haven't won.
It'd be nice.
Let's talk about winning pit boxes.
Ah,
See where I'm headed with that?
yeah.
All right.
I did win a pit box, so I was actually I was one of the first entries, but one of the last people to pay up.
Imagine that.
Not on purpose. He decided he wanted to get money at 8:50 at night, and I'm asleep at 8. But first thing
Every
in the
night.
morning.
He's up early. He's the first one up, but he's the first one in bed too.
So I sent my money in as soon as I woke up and seen his message and everything. But anyways, 12 o'clock rolls around whenever he's going to do this drawing.
You was actually getting lectured about your finances, about doing better, just
Yeah,
doing
there was
better.
something I don't remember.
And you were like, hold up, I just want a pit box.
Yeah, $5,500 pit box. I spent $100 and won it. And I think where it plays in, definitely the Lord's work.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
But I can never win where they pull a pill, like where they got the jar and everything, but where it was computer generated,
Is that what did it?
got
Okay.
them.
So anyway, you won the box, turned a
And
quick
then-
buck on it.
And then I was like, I'm going to get this thing. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't never won anything in my life. I might stick it up on one of these walls as a trophy.
I've heard that before.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I might not ever win anything like that again. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I got told that was stupid, so I sold it on Facebook.
Well, because you would have shut your whole operation down for you to go pick up a pit box that you don't need, that you're going to end up selling anyway. So you
What?
sold it within, what, 20
A
minutes?
fine pit box.
Yeah.
It was-
Where?
Oh,
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Sorry.
Yeah. Over 6 hours one way. And then, so his whole day would have been gone. So anyway.
But I had a beautiful.
And then would have brought it down here in a region that is out of touch of, people. I'm not picking, but not a lot of people have pit boxes down here because they don't have the big trailers and all that stuff. So anyway,
So you turned a quick buck?
turned a quick buck on it, sure did, and never had to touch it. They gonna go pick it up, and it's done.
Yep.
Been paid out. He's good. The boy's loaded is what I'm trying to tell you.
Nah.
Like, where's my sandwich? Did you get me a sandwich?
Ain't loaded. No, I didn't.
Nah, I know. You honestly, that's what the lecture was about. You honestly needed that money, and it just, that dude was like, hold up, I just won. That was pretty fun. So, anyway, cool deal.
Wish that'd have been in that category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rocky, I've never been in that category, and I'll
Yeah.
probably never be there again.
I understand.
Yeah.
But
That ain't nothing but a thing.
Yep. So, anyway, winning. It
Congrats.
just kicked off our winning streak for 2024.
yeah,
As long
Yeah.
as they're computer generated.
Yeah,
you
we
don't
gotta-
have to pull
yeah.
a pill.
yeah. If they
Yeah.
pull a computer generated pill at the races, I'm in for the count.
Get that out your mind.
Yeah. Hey, those transponders, that's all computer stuff. You may run fifth and they call you the winner and we just take the money.
Did
Which
the
one do
cat-
you think did that? Take
The
a
cat.
guess. Place your bets now.
The cat.
I
No.
bet it's on the white dog.
My bets is on the brown dog that looks like a pile of turds that comes here every other day.
At least you don't act like a politician.
Oh, or eat piles of dirt.
Oh, crap. She trained Honey to do that. She taught Honey to do it.
I thought maybe the cat had done it.
No, I showed up one day and Rosie had that in her mouth.
No,
I ain't buying it.
that definitely wasn't this
Especially
cat.
that silver shark.
Absolutely no way, Rock. It was this cat.
No.
She does not tear, dig, chew,
Nothing.
nothing.
Look,
She is a well-behaved.
there's something in that box
Machine.
you want to get to.
Yeah,
So I can smell it.
yeah.
So y'all put something in there.
Anywho, I just wanted to light it up in here, so let's get back to work. Lunch break's over. Woo! No, that wasn't that whistle. That was a lunch break. You finished the never-ending
I
deck?
had to repurpose a panel.
That's all right. We won't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Just be between us few.
Yep, that's cute.
Yep. Proline, Watertown, South Dakota. We fixing putting them to use, ain't we?
Yeah.
I know my unit is dirty, and yours is too. Yeah, that deck looks good, y'all. Nice. What we got here?
That's just very nice that we took the bottom.
You know,
Uh,
there's only one thing, but it's got us on camera, I won't say it.
Hey, share it with our people, right?
We're on. Never
We're
mind.
all friends here, right?
Ain't that a shot?
That's a huge.
Huge.
Hugo wagon.
The support rod that they got for the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Cool thing.
Yeah.
That's the only good thing about a Hugo Racing.
Well,
You had to cut.
what did he win with?
Yeah, right.
But I mean, seriously, they got the.
Yeah. He did it. He braced up his decking real well.
Do I need to be recording this?
What?
You said you got a sponsorship opportunity
Yeah.
in our emails?
Yeah, like a legit deal.
Talk to me. Is this something we want to record or what?
Well, the last time I messed with carbon fiber, it was not pretty.
Okay.
But I have another business that specializes in carbon fiber products, and they were inquiring about how much it would be for us to promote their products in a 60-second segment on our YouTube channel.
Which we've already covered right here, so.
Well, I would hope that your reply is, thank you for inquiring. Let me get with my family and my team, and I will get back with you in a timely manner. Let me guess, you pulled the trigger, didn't you?
I said $50 and we'll do it.
Yeah, I bet. How'd you respond?
I'll tell you after you get off.
Okay, so it's just funny that I come out here just thanking sponsors. I mean, look, everybody, Pulse Racing Innovations, Twisted Tech, Bulletproof, Larry, Salt Pepper Oak. This used to say God is awesome. I'll go back to that. He burned it all. Ridiculous Speed Shop, Squires, Bauer Farms, Vortec Pest Control, Ashley Lorenz, CMD Shot, Swartz Orgler Jordan, Gulf Coast Motorsport Magazine, Dirt Defender, House of Tucks, Boone's Kitchen Bath and Patio, Gross Waterproofing and more, Proline, Watertown, Harris Woodworking, Back on the Rack, Upscale Resell, Victory Fuel, Big Owl, Drury Designs, Industrial Dock and Door, Wiles Racing Drive Shafts, Bassett Wheels, QA1 Performance Bodies Brand, Ultra Force Machines, that's Weirs again, Speed Secrets, Mr. GW and his family, West Trucking, MB Custom, Race Car, C&M Specialties. This is Hurricane Shane. Everybody. It takes everybody. Willie's Carb and Dyno, Toronto's Wool Market Crawfish, Po Boys and more, Apex Fab and Equipment, Weirs Machine Champion Commercial HVAC. Y'all, it takes everybody to get this done. But the guy doing this right here. The God is awesome. He wants no recognition. He's a sponsor. He came on board after the, I'm going to say after the family dispute, so to speak, with the dog. He came on board after that. Not related to that, but it was a sponsorship after that. And he just wants no recognition whatsoever. And all he wants is for a car to say God is awesome on it. And that is awesome. Sends a check every month.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's unreal.
blessing.
So there's a lot of good things happening with Chase Holland Racing, and we are very, very thankful for every single one of y'all that
And blessed.
for everything that y'all do for us. And I mean that from all of us. I mean that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted to say. So I guess we'll cut this off and we'll go into business with him. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably had to get Ruby to lead the room. So new stickers. Got a pile of new stickers here. Success, Mississippi. That's where we're from. I don't know about anywhere else, but I know where we live. We live in Success, Mississippi.
Straight out of Success.
We got the Chase Holland Racing 45 stickers right here. There are also some with the late model, which it may change a little bit as we get other sponsors on board with that, because but that's a bad looking machine right there. So
Yep.
very
Those are limited edition. I don't know when we'll do any more of them, so get them before they're gone.
Yep. Another one that I forgot to mention, Victory Fuel. Just awesome. Did I mention them? Yeah, they're on the card. Yeah. So, Jones Dirt Works. We announced them yesterday as a sponsor on the late model. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. We greatly appreciate your sponsorship and all your help. It's awesome. We got a heck of a year ahead of us.
We do. For
Truly
sure.
do.
Couldn't do it without each and every one of them.
Yeah. So thank y'all very much. I know this one had a lot of talking in it, but that's all we got to do.
Yeah.
Y'all want videos, that's what we're gonna do, and there it is. Catch y'all later. I just checked the weather forecast right before I came out. It's looking better for the weekend. Friday looks good. Saturday was 89% chance of a lot of rain, and now it's 55% chance of a little bit of rain Saturday. It's looking better. Hopefully that keeps improving, and we'll get to race this weekend at Southern with the Longhorn and with Sean Pierce with Boone's Kitchen, Bath, and Patio.
Yep.
So that's that. Later.
See you.